What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the Extra Point episode 32. I am Hunter along with Nick. How are you doing, Nick?
Well, Hunter, I'm doing well as always. How are you?
I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic, Nick.
That is
Fan-fucking-tastic.
terrific news.
It is. It is wonderful news. Probably the
It
best
is
news you've heard all day is that I am doing
all
well.
day.
Yeah,
I've heard no news at all.
you're
So,
welcome.
thanks.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, so anyway, welcome to the Extra Point. We are going to be recapping Week 9, and we will be also giving our prediction for Thursday Night Football Week 10. We have the Chargers traveling to Oakland to face the Raiders. So we'll be giving our prediction and what to look out for in that game. But let's go ahead and hit some high notes this week. Cam Newton placed on season-ending IR.
Yep.
Kyle Allen will be the starter from here on out.
Yep.
Malcolm
Speaking of
Butler.
IR, yep, Malcolm Butler. I was
Malcolm
going to
Butler
take that
wrist.
one.
As soon as that happened, I figured he broke his wrist. Yeah, he's on season-ending IR. Who
Another
else?
big move. Don't forget about Nick Foles will be
Right?
replacing Minshew
Yep.
Magic as the starting quarterback again
Exactly.
for the Jags. So we'll see how that pans out. So a lot of moves. This all happened in I don't know, one day. So pretty
Joe
crazy Tuesday.
Flacco, I do believe, is on season-ending IR as well.
Oh no, whatever will we do without Joe Flacco?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, and Patrick Mahomes might return this week. It is a
Yep.
possibility, or next week. He will be returning soon. A lot of things happening, and this week 9, a lot of interesting games and a
A
lot of
lot of
upsets.
interesting. A lot of weird shit happened to me. And
Yeah.
we will talk about it right now.
So let's go ahead and get started. Game 1, we had the Texans and the Jaguars. Minshew, his last game as a starter, got fucking annihilated, or his team did, in
Yep.
England. 26-3. The Texans moved to 6-3, and the Jaguars fall to 4-5.
Yep. I had the Jaguars winning in guess a would-be upset game. That did not happen. They played in London, a little morning game for you morning people, you breakfast goers that like a little entertainment. You didn't get entertainment. Sorry, hate it for you because it was really boring game.
Got a fuck
Uh,
fest, is what you got.
it was a fuck fest, which if you like fuck fest, then you got a good one.
Yeah.
Uh, Deshaun Watson is still making plays. My God, he's the best. Him and Russell Wilson. I've never seen quarterbacks consistently getting sacked and just before their knee hits the ground, they throw a perfect fucking pass
Yep.
for like a first down or something. He had
Yep.
another crazy play like that. So he's continuing to lead the Texans to victory. And then the Jaguars. What happened to the run game? They put up 3 points. I'm sorry. The run game was shut to shit. And I love Minshew Magic, but without that run game, they don't have a whole lot of anything going on. So, you know,
Yeah,
that's what happened there. Deshaun
you said it
Watson for
all.
the Texans, no run game for the Jags.
You said it all. And what I've been saying week in and week out with the Texans, if they get the run game going, they are a really, really good team on offense. What did
Yep.
they do?
Carlos
160
Hyde.
yards on the ground by Carlos Hyde. Got the
Yep.
run game going. Sadly, no touchdowns. So that hurt me on fantasy, but it's okay. 160 total yards rushing for Carlos Hyde. And they just controlled the clock and they controlled the fucking game. I
Yep.
mean, the Jaguars honestly didn't have the ball for that fucking long. It's because they just ran the clock out the whole entire time. So yeah,
Yep.
controlling that clock and controlling the ball, and the Texans pull out the win, 26-3. Nick Foles returning next week. That's going to be a fun one, or this week technically.
We'll see what happens.
Moving on to a wonderful showdown between
Yeah.
the Bears and Eagles. The Eagles won 22-14. Bears fall to 3-5. Eagles 5-4. How many yards did the Bears have total offense in the first half? Was it 14? I do
I
believe.
all I know is in the middle, almost actually, it was like 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Mitchell Trubisky had 13 pass attempts for only 6 completions. For all you math geniuses, that is less than 50%. And he had a whopping 26 passing yards. This is a professional quarterback in a real NFL football game against a real NFL team
This isn't
in the
high school.
middle of the third quarter. This is not, yeah, like you said, this isn't high school. That's how bad Mitchell Trubisky is. And the Eagles, I didn't think they played that good, but the fucking Bears played so fucking terrible. How are you gonna lose? How are you gonna lose to the Bears at this point? It's impossible. I think I may have called the Bears upset. I really do. I don't recall. I don't remember.
I don't
I may
remember.
have. If I did, I'll never choose the Bears again as long as
I'm done
Trubisky
choosing
is the
Bears.
quarterback because they are fucking terrible. And I guess for the Eagles, like I said, they played shitty and they still won. That's a good thing. Run game was there. They had some big plays to get a little put away touchdown late in the fourth quarter. God bless
Bless
America.
me.
Yep.
Thank you.
So yeah, really shitty ass game. And Trubisky he's getting worse. How did you get worse every week than what you were last week? He's getting worse, and he was already the worst. So now he's really the worst quarterback in football. It's ridiculous. He's just a joke. It's
I wouldn't say it's all his fault. Honestly, the offense in
awful.
general isn't really moving the ball quite well, and I don't know if it's Matt Nagy and what he's doing or the offensive coordinator. I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe he's the play caller, so I'm going to blame it on Matt Nagy. But yeah, Mitchell Trubisky's not playing well. The run game's really not there. The passing game obviously is not there with Trubisky at quarterback, and they're just having a trouble
Yeah,
on offense in general. Defense is middle of the pack. It should be better than that, and we've talked about it, but honestly, it's a broken record at this point. But the
it
offense is
is.
what's fucking them out of games. I mean, it's pathetic, honestly. They need to move the ball down the field, and I don't know if it's play calling and it's the run game. It's just the whole fucking offense sucks. Receivers
Yeah,
don't get open. I mean, it's ridiculous. So
yeah. They're
Bears
terrible.
are possibly beginning to be one of the worst teams in football at this point, just because they have no offense whatsoever. And you heard me say
How
that.
insane is that? If you, what you just said, I would never have guessed in a million years. This football team, we would be saying they're one of the worst teams, and they
Eagles,
are.
however, have been playing okay the past couple the past couple of weeks. And this week, Carson Wentz was on point, and Zach Ertz was there. The run game was decent. I mean, they got the job done against the stout defense of the Bears. So, I mean, they actually playing pretty good the past couple of weeks, and they're getting into form.
Their run game's coming around, and that's what they needed was a good run game. Jordan Howard starting to come to life. That damn Miles Sanders, that rookie, that dude's a beast, man. So they
Yep.
got a good run game again. They have resurrected their team, and I don't believe they're too far behind the Cowboys, maybe about a game and a half. So they got a chance. They're okay.
Moving on to the Indianapolis Colts falling to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are now 4-4. Colts are 5-3. Final score of 26-24. And your boy Jacoby Brissett is going to be out for a little while with a
Yep.
sprained MCL.
It's okay because my other
The
Patriots
other
backup
Patriots
quarterback,
quarterback,
Brian
yeah,
Hoyer, had a pretty good fucking game.
he
You said
did.
in the past, me and you used to talk about it all the time. He's one of the best backups in football. He could
Yep.
probably doing what he did. You put up 24 points on a pretty good defense. He basically played the whole game. I think Brissett had two passes for like 50 yards before
Yep.
the whole MCL thing. So he had a pretty good game. One interception, not bad. Um, Steelers are playing pretty tough. I don't think they're playing that great. I think they beat the Dolphins. I think they beat the shitty Chargers, and I think they beat a third string quarterback in their last three wins. That being said, if we're looking at 24-26, oh my God, the greatest kicker of all time. Okay, he is the
Uh,
GOAT. There's no question. He's actually, even after this, he's still the most clutch kicker of all time. But wow, he blew
it's
the
not his fault,
game-winning
though.
field goal.
Did you see that? The ball, the
Oh, I know.
laces were
Laces
in.
were in. I know. Ray Finkel's rolling over in his grave right now. Believe me. But still, I mean, he shanked it. Whether it was an issue with laces being in, whether the snap was late or low or out or whatever the case is, typically field goals. Ask Pat McAfee, talks about it on the show, talks about it all the time. It's not just the kicker. You got to have a good snapper and a good holder. And they all three failed epically in one of the ugliest would be game winning field goals
It
I've
was
ever seen in my
disgusting.
life. It was 80 yards to the left. Didn't have a
Yeah,
chance. I was
not even
so
close.
sad for Vinatieri. That's all I
Yeah,
have to say.
I mean, Brian Hoyer did a really good job coming into the
Yep.
game. He, like we said before, you just said it, one of the best backups in the league. He's like a Ryan Fitzpatrick, just without the
Yep.
pizzazz that Fitzpatrick carries with
The
him.
beard.
He'll
Yeah,
come in a couple
exactly.
games. He's a little more of the conservative type quarterback, and he'll like an Alex Smith, and he can possibly win you games, but he'll get the job done for a couple games.
Yeah.
Marlon Mack did a good job, and the Colts, I wouldn't say their season's over at this point, but right now they're a second in the division behind the Texans,
Yeah.
and they're a possible wild card spot. AFC is not that tough of a conference, so they still have a really good chance of making it to the wild card or winning the division, to be honest. So I don't count their season out just yet. The Steelers, however, they're playing decent, like you said, not really good teams, but they need to get stuff going in the first half. All their points come from the second half, and that's when they start getting the. I mean, you
You're
saw
right.
in the Dolphins
Yep.
game, they were down what, 14-0, 17-0?
14-0 at halftime to the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah, and it's week in and week out. They get in these tough comeback situations. Last 3 weeks, they've done it, but still, you don't want to get down in
Right.
the early in the game. But Mason Rudolph's doing all right, and they're winning games, to say the least.
They are
So
winning games. You can't argue that. They won three
that's all you
straight.
got to do. Moving on, though, we got
Ooh.
speaking of the Dolphins, the
Speaking of
Jets
winning games, Hunter.
and the Dolphins. The Dolphins are now 1-7. They beat the Jets 26-18, and now the Bengals are the last team
The
that has
last,
not won a game yet.
yeah, correct. So I've been saying the last few weeks the Dolphins are pretty close to having like 3 or 4 wins on the season.
Yeah.
Several games looking way back, we're like, yeah, okay, they're going to lose every game by 30 points. That's not true. Tough game, blown second half, blown fourth quarter lead to the Steelers. A couple tough games. They honestly should have beat the Redskins, if you ask me. They should have went to overtime, picked field goal. They played a competitive, tough game all the way down to the end against the Bills, who are a 7-2 team now. So they're really close. And the Jets, look, the record speaks for themselves. They're also 1-7. However, they just lost to the team that didn't have a win on the season. So Dolphins are better than the Jets, and I think they proved it in this game. Ryan Fitzmagic was out there making plays.
Sure.
Trucking linebackers. I think he took out one of their linebackers. Well, I didn't take him out, but he knocked him on his ass for a first down gain. Was the greatest play of his career. I loved it. And the Dolphins got a win. It's pretty impressive that they have a single win on the season. And they
With
still have to
nobody on
play
that
the
team.
Bengals later. So they might get a whole 2 wins. That's twice as many as I thought they were going to win. So
No shit, Nick. I think they might get 3.
no shit. Who else are they going to beat?
I don't know, but we'll find out. I
We'll
mean, I
find out.
will.
Shit.
They're
I
gonna get
hope so.
3.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick is. We just got done talking about him. Fear the
Yeah.
beard. That's all I'm gonna say. Fear the beard. He's the
Fear the
fucking
beard,
man.
man.
All right, he'll get the
It's
job
magic.
done when you need him to. He's a good, solid backup quarterback, and he's getting the job done in Miami with a shitty offense. The defense
Yep.
is fucking atrocious,
Horrific. Yep.
but they got the job done and put up 26 points. The Jets, and I've posted on Twitter twice now. I want to be the head coach of the New York Jets because
Yep.
their head coach does not give a fuck. This man is sitting on the sideline doing what the fuck ever with that play sheet, sitting down on the bench on the sideline while plays are going on.
Hunter,
Like
what it reminds
he's
me of.
fucking filling out applications for job offers on the sideline while his team's playing. I don't know.
It
Then
reminds
he
me
goes in a
of
press
Coach Klein.
conference. He's obviously butthurt that they lost to the Dolphins, and he just fucking cusses
Starts
in the
cussing
press
up a
conference.
storm.
I mean, he's given up at this point, and just his tone and his physical
Yep.
demeanor looks like he's just fucking beat, and he could care less. Fire
He is
him.
beat.
Hire me as the head coach. I will do it. I will do
We
it.
will start campaigning this, people. We will. You can be. I'll be the GM if you let me. At least I'm gonna be a D coordinator or something.
Okay, yeah,
Give me
sure.
something. We could coach some of these teams. I'm fucking telling you, we could do it. As bad as there's
Good.
some coaches, and he's one of them. When you look at him on the sideline, it reminds me of Coach Klein from the water boy, scared shitless of the
Yeah.
opposing team's coach.
Yep.
He's hiding in the corner. He's sitting on the
Does look
bench
like
by
that.
himself during the game. He has no idea what he's doing. I don't know why people thought he was a good coach. I think I don't know. I guess he used to be a little bit of a quarterback guru with Ryan Tannehill or something like that. But that's it. Like, he's not a head coach. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's one of
Because
those
Ryan
mini
Tannehill really
coaches
showed up.
that should not be a head coach right now.
Yeah, because Ryan Tannehill's definitely a great quarterback, and we'll talk about him later when he hasn't done anything with his fucking career.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're not going to get into why we think we could be coaching the Jets or anything like that. We can
Although
save that for another
we have good
topic or
argument.
whatnot.
Um,
But it's fucking shitty. The Jets are fucking horrible, and they have some good talent on that team,
they
and they
do.
suck. They
Both sides
suck.
of the ball. Yeah.
All staff, all coaching, and hire us for New York Jets
Yeah.
coaching jobs. Anyway, moving on. We have a fucking tough fought game. Kansas City Chiefs are 6-3, Vikings are 6-3, and the Chiefs won in Arrowhead 26-23 against the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, I guess I'll never have to
See, this is what I'm
choose
saying,
the
Mitch.
Vikings
Why are
because
you gonna do this? No, no, no.
they were one win away, and I would have been on their side on it. They should be 7-2 right now. They really
Still
should.
be on their side.
No, you know why? I'm not going to be on their side. They lost to the Chiefs, who I'm
Good team.
sorry are not that great. They're an average Joe team. They essentially what's another average team you can think of? You know, they lost to the Jags. Basically, is what just happened. I mean,
No,
they
no.
did. That's how average the Chiefs are
Their
without
offense
Patrick
is one of the
Mahomes.
best in the NFL.
Their offense is solid, but their defense is so fucking terrible. It brings them way down. They have a shit ass defense, and they only manage what 23 points. How conservative can you be? I mean, they shut down Dalvin Cook. I'll give them that. I don't know how. I really don't. They have I think they have Chris Jones on their D line, and
It's the
like that's
Vikings
it.
defense. The Vikings defense is what's failing them. It's not Kirk Cousins. It's not
What
Dalvin
are
Cook.
you
It's that
talking
fucking
about? They
defense.
only got 23 points on the shit ass Chiefs defense. Dalvin Cook had a whopping 71 yards. Never
I
reached
know.
the
I'm
end
talking
zone.
not just this game, but the games in the past. Their defense has allowed a lot of points.
They've given up. They've had a couple bad games. I think the Lions game was a bad game. Give me another one.
I don't fucking know off the
I
top of
don't
my
fucking
head.
know. Well, that was it. I mean, their defense is still great. They went up like you just said. They have the best offense in football. I won't argue that shit. I mean, they really have the best, and they put up more than 26 points if they had Patrick Mahomes, more than likely. But they got great receiving core, good running backs. They got one of the best play callers. So their offense is good, and they held them to 26 points. But their defense is of the worst in football. It
I'm
really
not.
is.
You are
And you got
100%
20 walk
correct.
away with 23 points.
One game, okay? This is their one game where they could have won
No,
it. It was a close one.
damn it, Hunter.
It just didn't
They've
happen.
had 3-1 games because they've lost three that they should have won.
Nick, you're killing me. You need to
You're
jump on the
killing
you
me.
need to jump
I'm
on the
over
Vikings
it.
right now.
If they went 8-2, I'd be all over the train, but they didn't make it that far. So I'm back to square one. Kirk
No.
Cousins is
The
back to
Vikings are
act
still the shit,
Joe,
all
and
right?
yeah,
It's one bad game. They played a hard-fought Chiefs offense, and they just squeaked out 3 more points. Kirk Cousins did a good job. They did shut down Dalvin Cook. I wouldn't say I'm
shut
going to
his
blame
ass
that on coaching
down.
as well. Not fucking having a really good game plan, not getting the ball designed very well in the run game. I'm going to blame it on the coaching for the lack of success for the Vikings. The
Okay.
Chiefs, however, had a great game. Matt Moore is doing a very good job throwing the football the best of
When
his
have you
ability.
ever? When has anyone actually ever said that though? How crazy is
You're
that?
telling
I'm
me.
impressed.
See the hat that I'm wearing right now?
I
I'm
know.
not a
I
Matt Moore fan. But he's
I
doing
know why.
okay. Patrick Mahomes will be back here soon. Damian Williams had one really good run that fucking broke the damn internet when Tyreek Hill just fucking ran right past him at a whopping
Fucking
22
fast
something miles
bastard.
an hour.
Yeah.
It was a hard fought game and it was a tough game. I enjoyed it. I did choose the Vikings to win it, but sadly, that didn't happen. The Vikings will bounce back. Don't give up hope on them. Chiefs, good win.
Give up hope, but okay.
Fuck you.
Sure.
Moving on, we got the Panthers beating the Titans 30-20. Panthers moved 5-3. Titans 4-5. What'd you see in this one?
I saw playmaking is all I saw. I saw some turnovers and that were great plays by the Panthers defense. That's what they've done all season. They're one of the best in turnovers on the season. They got to Ryan Tannehill, although he did break 300 mark. I think he did throw one touchdown, so that's not bad. I mean, I didn't think he did terrible. But the run game wasn't there. I think Derrick Henry honestly got shut down. If you ask me, 63 yards. That's not exactly all that. Kyle Allen, I think he still had turnovers, but they put up 30 points. And let's be honest, Christian McCaffrey is one of the MVP candidates right now. And he, after what Dalvin Cook just did and what McCaffrey just did, he has, to me, regained that he is the best running back in football. And there's no fucking question, no doubt. Sorry, Dalvin Cook. Your one game fucked you. You had to. Dalvin Cook would have had him in fucking 150 yards the rest of the fucking way out every game, and he blew it. McCaffrey is the shit. There you go.
The Panthers defense did a okay job. I'm a little shaky on the defense. They are number 1 in sacks on a record-breaking run right now. They are number 3 or 4 in turnovers, but they are shaky in a lot of areas, especially against the run. They did stop Derrick Henry this game, but still, in the past games, they've had trouble stopping the run. Yeah. And in this game, they also had trouble stopping the pass from Ryan Tannehill, who did break 330 yards. But, I mean, some of these plays, he's rolling out. Obviously, somebody's going to get open. It's not all on the DBs. It's also in the fucking pass rush as well. So the defense did okay, but I think the defense is a little shaky. Being a Panther fan and looking at the games and watching them, it's a little shaky, and I think it could be better with the talent that they have on defense. Offensively, Christian McCaffrey gets over 130 fucking rushing yards a game, gets over 160, 170 total yards a game, including receiving, and he's a fucking monster. Honestly, I don't have to talk about McCaffrey because we know what he can do, and he is second in my MVP race this year behind Russell Wilson. Yep. He is second, and I'm not being biased about that. He should be second.
No, you are not. He is second.
But Kyle Allen really showed a good bit of stride in this game. He had one pick, kind of a little high ball, but it was a tip ball. It's debatable. But he did drop some dimes, and he was under pressure on a lot of them and still hung in the pocket, got fucking mutilated, and still threw the ball accurately. So props to Kyle Allen against a tough Titans defense, and the Panthers pulled out a great win at home, 30-20.
You said it all. Yep. Sounds good to me.
Moving on to the Redskins and Bills. The Bills pull the win out 24-9 against the Redskins, who are now 1-8. The Bills are now 6-2. What did you see in this phenomenal Adrian Peterson game?
Nah, Adrian Peterson broke 100 yards. That's what happened. The Bills are a better team. Yeah, the Bills are a better team across the board. That's it. I mean, if they didn't win, if it was a closer game, I think I called the Redskins upset. But after the first half, I was like, well, that's not going to happen. They're better. They're just way better. They put up 24 points on the Redskins, whose defense has been holding their own. But they got mutilated in the run game. Josh Allen actually made some smart decisions. I saw him throw the ball away a couple times. He didn't force the issue. He didn't stand in the pocket the entire game and throw some back leg thing, on, quadruple coverage. He ran. That's what he needs to start doing. He needs to start running the fucking football more because he's damn good at it. And he's the white Cam Newton. He's a big, fast, hard to bring down guy. He needs to keep running the football, and they're going to continue to win games. They already got 6 wins on the season. That's probably more than most people thought. Me and you already knew what they were capable of with their defense. So, they won the game about what you would expect, 24-9. That's nothing out of the ordinary for this game. I saw the final score, I saw the highlights, and said, well, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, Josh Allen, you said he had some good, smart decisions. He played a very good game. The run game
Yeah,
on Buffalo's side of the ball was really good. Their offense performed well against the Redskins, who was a decent defense. Um, and that was all I could really think the Bills should do what they did. The
yep.
Redskins, however, Dwayne Haskins, maybe the Giants were right. I'm
I'm
not going to
thinking the
say.
Giants were fucking right.
I
It
mean, the
might be too
Giants
soon though.
have
We
a
gotta be.
better offense in general than the Redskins, so that could be a issue. But Dwayne Haskins is looking like a solid ass. He's looking like shit.
It
Uh,
could be a give it another year thing, and we'll
yeah,
see if they don't flip flop or something.
definitely. The Dwayne Haskins. The only good thing I'm seeing coming out of Washington on the offensive side of the ball is Terry McLaurin and Adrian Peterson, who is what, 32, 33 years old,
And he's on
and is
about
still
33, I think.
doing a really damn good job running the ball. I mean, you're for some reason putting him down. I'm not
I
saying
mean,
he's the best running back in
he's
football,
it's not what
but
he's just.
at 33 years old, he's still got those jumps and cuts and a fucking mean stiff arm. And he's showing these young DBs and young fucking defensive players that this motherfucker still got some in the
Well,
tank.
he's just slower now. That's all.
He's
Everything he
slower,
does, he
but
can get the
everything else is
numbers. He can get the
there.
numbers, but it's not as meaningful. That's all it is for
Everything
me.
is there. And I'm loving what I'm seeing from Adrian Peterson, that old fuck getting some damn good ass gains on
Yeah,
rushing yard. I mean, he's doing a
doing
great
good.
job. He's doing a damn good job. Leave him alone. All right, moving on. Damn, I wish the fucking Buccaneers won this game.
Yeah.
2-6 Bucks lost a hard fought game in overtime against the Seattle Seahawks, who are now 7-2, 40-34. What a good game it was. I was really hoping the Bucks pulled it out so the Seattle Seahawks would lose it and give the Panthers a little wild card hope, but that did not fucking happen. What'd you see?
Well, I saw nothing but offense the whole fucking game.
Yeah,
I
there was
saw
none.
great receiving. I don't think Josh Gordon even dressed out. I think he was watching from the box because he's only been on the team for like a day or something like that. So he this is not including him in this game. But DK Metcalf is a great receiver. The guy is fucking huge. He's scary
Fast.
looking. I don't. Yeah, he's fast. He has like 20 abs. He's way too like strong to be a wide receiver. It's very weird. It's like Aaron Donald on the D line. That is what Metcalf is to receivers. I'm like, why do you look like that? You're a receiver. Fucking thin out or something, man. It's driving me nuts. But he's great. Tyler Lockett, is he the best receiver in football right now? That's arguably he could be.
Oh, he's
He
one of
could
them.
be the best receiver in football right now. He is on. I think he had 13 catches. 13 fucking catches. That's some Michael Thomas shit with Drew Brees right there, people. So he is the shit. Chris Carson still a workhorse, gets the dirty yards when you need them. He keeps the run game alive. And yeah, so their offense was great. Jameis Winston, once again, he's having a solid season. They're doing pretty damn good. That
Yeah,
Ronald Jones guy, he's not a bad running back for some
they just don't give him the
random.
ball as much.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's pretty damn good. He can catch too. So their offense is great. Both defenses are shaky. I think the Buccaneers personally is better than the Seahawks. I don't think obviously they gave up the touchdown drive as soon as they lost a coin flip there, but you
That was
know
meant to be.
it was meant to be. I guess. So it
Whoever
was
got the ball
all I
first was
know
winning that game.
is all I know is it was an awesome game because it was literally back and it was score, Buccaneers score, Seahawks score, Buccaneers score, Seahawks score in overtime. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So yeah, I just thought it was a great fucking game. And I'll go ahead and make the statement now. The Buccaneers are the best 2-6 team I've seen in a long time. They are
Oh
not
yeah,
2-6. They should be. I don't know. They should be like
I
five
agree.
and three or something. Honestly, they're pretty fucking good. They just
Yeah,
can't win games.
yeah, I completely agree. They're a really good team. They just can't fucking win for some reason, and I don't even know if it's their fault. It's just their defense is just that. Their back four,
Their
it's their
defensive
secondary.
backs are fucking
Their
terrible.
secondary is the only problem on that team. Everything
I,
else
I
is really
couldn't
good.
name one of them. I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, so they're bad. The back four is fucking horrible. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Seattle. I just said McCaffrey was number 2 in the MVP race. Russell Wilson is number 1.
For
Just
one,
fucking
man.
shows it right here. 5 touchdowns,
Five.
no fucking picks, 378 yards passing. Fucking ridiculous, man. This man is fucking ridiculous. Chris Carson had a good
Yeah.
game. You just said Tyler Lockett could be one of the best receivers in football. Honestly, I agree. Top 3, and in this whole entire game, you have 5 receivers. Yeah, you have 3. I can't fucking talk. You have
Three
3
top five
top 5
receivers.
receivers in this game.
If you're talking receptions and yards, that's both
You
their
had
top 5 in.
Tyler Lockett, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin playing in this one
It's
game,
fucking
and the fucking
nuts.
numbers they put up is ridiculous,
It's
and it goes to
awesome.
show. But Russell Wilson is the MVP right now, no question about it.
Yep.
If anybody has him not as the MVP right now, you're fucking high, and you should get your eyes checked because he's the man. And the Seahawks are looking
There you go.
scary. Their defense sucks ass, but their offense is scary. The Buccaneers side of the ball, Jameis Winston's having a really good year this year. He's had
Yeah.
2 horrible fucking games with 4+ picks. Bruce Arians is doing a really good job with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's a damn good coach, and he's doing a really good job with Jameis Winston.
He is.
Ronald Jones, you just said the running game was there to a certain extent. They need to give him the ball more, open up the fucking playbook, but it's okay. Mike Evans, 180 yards. Chris Godwin, I think he had 70.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, this was a damn good game, and
It was awesome.
whoever got the ball first in overtime was gonna win that game. Sadly, it was the Seahawks, but I gotta give them credit. It was a hard fought effort from Tampa, almost pulled the upset out, and Seattle, hats off to Russell Wilson. I mean, the fucking man.
Yep.
I can't get over
MVP. No question about it.
Definitely. Moving on to Detroit and the Raiders. Detroit lost a tough-fought game, 31-24. They fall to 3-4-1. Oakland moves up to 4-4.
The Lions might be the best 3-4-1 team I've ever seen. I've never
Yeah.
felt bad for a team like that, but they have had so many close, tough losses. Had a fucking tie to start the season. They're very close to being like a damn 7-2 team caliber. They really are. I hate it for them. Matthew Stafford. Well, I want to start with the Lions because I want to talk Matthew Stafford. He is fucking outstanding this year. We're talking, MVP. You got Offensive Player of the Year. You got QB of the Year. In the NFC, why not give him QB of the Year or something? I mean, if Russell Wilson's MVP, Matthew Stafford is putting up career numbers, like first in pretty much every category. Touchdowns, touchdown to interception ratio, yards, completion percentage, you name it, points per game. The Lions I think they're a top 10 football team now and offensively. He had 400 yards and like 3 touchdowns. He's got like 3 good targets. I think he went to Kenny Galladay a lot in this one.
Yep.
Which he's a great receiver, but he's got a couple other good ones too, and Marvin Jones, Amendola. He's got Hawkinson, who's a good tight end. So they got some good shit going on there. Offensively, defensively,
It's not
can't
there.
say the same. It's not there. Granted,
That's
the
what's
Raiders
losing them
defense
games.
isn't there either, but they were able to make a few more clutch plays down the stretch. There was a fourth and goal to go play that would have tied up this game. They made Stafford roll out, and there was nothing there. I was impressed. I thought for sure Stafford was going to tie up the game, and they locked it down. The cornerbacks somehow they shut the shit down. I was impressed. So I thought it was pretty even teams. I think they still are, but the Raiders defensive backs made just a few more plays than the Lions, and they got a fucking win, and they are 500. I am impressed with the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Lions. Matthew Stafford having probably, even with Calvin Johnson, the best year he's ever had with Detroit.
I know. It's crazy.
He is probably going to lead the NFL in passing yards. They don't have a run game, so all he does is pass. And honestly, for a quarterback, when you pass it 30 to 40 times a game and only get like 30 rushing yards as a team, that's hard for a quarterback to do because teams just fucking play off and just play coverage.
Yep.
And he's still getting the job done, even when he has no run game.
Yep.
You said it, Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones, they're fucking kicking ass on the receiving side of the ball. And the Lions offense is no joke. Top 10. I would possibly go
Yeah.
fucking top 5 offense in the NFL. Really good passing attack and a really good quarterback. Their defense sucks, and that's what's fucking them out of these games. This game was just like the Buccaneers and Seahawks. High scoring and no fucking defense whatsoever. The Raiders, however, their defense played like shit, but Josh Jacobs, he is a potential offensive rookie of the year. It's either
Yep.
going to be him or Kyler Murray. You take
Yep.
your pick. It's about fucking dead even at this point. Honestly, I could not say Kyler Murray's going to win it, and I couldn't say Josh Jacobs was going to win it. I have no idea. He had a damn good game, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Derek Carr had a good game as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The Raiders are a tough team to beat
Yep.
offensively, and Detroit is going to have a couple more upsets this year against some good teams. Watch. Guaranteed.
Yep. Unfortunately, I agree with you. I hate it for him, but it's gonna happen.
Yep. Moving on to an upset that you didn't call, but you saw it coming
I
somehow.
said I wouldn't be shocked, and I was not shocked.
The Chargers won 26-11 against the Packers, who are now 7-2. The Chargers are 4-5. How you score 11 points, I don't know.
I
But
don't fucking know. I really don't.
yeah, 26-11. The Chargers pull out the fucking upset of the
Yeah.
ages. Good game though.
I wouldn't say the
I,
ages. The reason I said that they could win this game and they kind of kicked their ass 15 points. That's pretty kick ass victory there. Um, they their offense has that potential. They like I said,
yeah,
we look you just look on paper and compare these players they have offensively to any other defense to all the defenses they have to play and tell me they can't win that battle. And they did. I'm not that big on the Packers defense. They have mellowed out to what I thought they were. So maybe the 26 points comes from a mediocre defense, in my opinion, because the numbers aren't tremendous. I mean, Rivers had 294, no touchdowns. I think he had a couple big plays that were I think Mike Williams had a couple like 40-yard plays. That's where most of that. I mean, that's where the big numbers come there. Gordon didn't break 100 yards. Eckler was non-existent. So they did just enough to put up 26 points. That should be enough to win a football game, and it was. Their defense, I want to tell you right now, to beat the Packers, you don't stop Aaron Rodgers. I think it's hard to stop him. He had 161 and a touchdown. I guess that's stopping him. I don't know if I would call it that, but I look at what Aaron Jones did not do, and that was fucking play football. He
yep.
had 30 total yards on the ground. I think he had one catch in the backfield. He had been getting 5, 6 catches for 50, 60, 70 yards. Hell, I think he has a couple 100-yard
3
receiving
touchdowns.
games, 3 touchdowns on top of 100 yards rushing in a touchdown. And they shut his shit down. It was impressive. So I think that's what honestly slowed the offense down for me. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Jones currently is one of the main reasons of their offensive success. And I think the Chargers proved by shutting his ass down that they need to figure something else out besides him. They need Devontae Adams back. That's what they need.
Yeah. That was a good game plan by the Chargers coaching staff. I give them all the credit. You
Yeah.
look on offense, like you said, their offensive playmakers, they have a lot of them. Phillip Rivers has been a top elite quarterback probably for years and years and years. I mean, he's been an
Yeah.
elite quarterback
As
since
far
the
as you
fucking
can
beginning.
remember.
You
Yeah.
got Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler, two starting running backs on the same fucking team. One of them will be gone here soon, I would assume.
Yeah.
Mike Williams, who's probably one of the better second string receivers in the NFL behind Chris
Yep.
Godwin and DK Metcalf.
Yep.
And then you got Keenan Allen as well. So
Yep.
on the offense side of the ball, you have a lot of fucking playmakers. Defensively has been a struggle for the Chargers, and that's why I thought it wasn't going to be a very good game for the Chargers. But like you said, they shut Aaron Jones down, and Aaron Rodgers couldn't do shit. They locked the fucking receivers down, and they couldn't do anything. So great coaching staff and great fucking strategy by them. And yeah, a pathetic showing by the fucking Packers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers still did okay. Didn't get the yards that he's fucking used to with like
No.
300, 400 yards. But he was still there.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, like you
He
said,
was
however, was
there.
not. So
Physically, he was there.
he was there and he was throwing the ball and he's healthy. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see if they can bounce back though next week. But that was a tough loss for Packer fans to fucking swallow right there. And the Chargers pull it out going 4-5. Maybe a fucking bounce back. Maybe the Chargers are now getting their fucking rhythm. I don't know. It might be a
Yep.
little too late, but I mean they're in a easier division right now since the Chiefs are struggling.
Yep.
I tell you who's still struggling, and I thought it was going to be a little bounce back game, and it's fucking not. That is the Browns, who are now 2-6. The Broncos are 3-6, and they beat the Browns 24-19. You can go ahead and skip it.
We can. I mean, I think I said the Broncos would win. If I didn't, I want to redact that statement because they're a better team. They shouldn't be, but this year they're a better team. They're more disciplined. Vic Fangio is a solid coach.
Yeah.
I don't think they have nearly the potential or talent that the Browns have, not even close. However, the way they're playing this year, to how the Browns are playing, they are more disciplined. They just don't have the talent. They were simple. They're the quarterback. I don't even know who the hell he is. Some Allen guy. I don't know. He didn't do spectacular. I think he had a couple of big plays to Noah Fant. Cortland Sutton had, oh my God, mossed the shit out of somebody for a touchdown. He's a damn good receiver. Just saying.
Number one now.
Philip Lindsay kind of resurrected a little bit. I think he had like 90 yards rushing and a touchdown.
He had a
They
good
didn't do
game.
anything spectacular. They just played complimentary football. It's the Belichick way right there.
Yep.
And that is all you have to do to beat the Browns. Because sure as shit, they're gonna beat themselves. They
Yep.
still had penalties. They had penalties on third down. I think they had back-to-back penalties on third down to make it like a third and like 30 at one point. This was in the third quarter. They gave up sacks when they didn't need to. You got Odell Beckham on the sideline. Here it is, Hunter. He's
I
starting to
told you.
bitch now. He's having
Told you.
temper tantrums. He made, you know what? I'll give him that. It made it longer. He went 8 games. He went 8 games. I'll give him that. But he did. He's having temper tantrums. Baker Mayfield looks like he has aged about 10 years
He looks fucking
since the start
depressed.
of the season. He
I think
looks
somebody needs to check him
depressed.
out.
Someone needs to like put him in therapy. I feel bad
It's like
for him because it's just a shit show in
he
Cleveland.
looks
You
shitty.
play disciplined football, you can beat the Browns, and that's what the Broncos did. So I'm not shocked at all. It's really embarrassing for Cleveland. I feel so bad for all the like the diehard Browns fans that really thought this might have been the year. I'm sorry.
We
I'm
talked
sorry
about
for
them at the beginning of this I can't fucking
it.
talk. I am struggling right now.
I know.
I'm tired. I don't know. We talked about them at the beginning of this podcast a lot. Them in Oakland, because they were the big talks in free agency when we started making this
That's
podcast.
right.
And
Yep.
we were kind of hyped up about them. I was honestly hoping they would fail just because of the hype, and I can't stand it. That's
Yeah.
all you saw turning on your fucking TV on ESPN, NFL Network, whatever, was the
Yep.
Browns, the Browns, the Browns, the Browns, the Browns, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, and they're fucking 2-6, eight
Yep.
weeks, 9 weeks in. Um, let's go ahead and go to the Broncos. The Broncos did a really good job. They did a great job passing the ball. They did a great job rushing the ball against a shitty fucking Browns team,
Yep.
and they were the better team in this game, hands down. The Browns, Baker Mayfield looks like he's depressed. He's having one of the worst years Browns quarterbacks have ever fucking had. I
Yep.
think Johnny Manziel's second year is statistically better than Baker Mayfield's second year. So
Yep.
that's not good because
Yep.
Johnny Manziel was fucking horrific and still is. Odell Beckham, the fucking drama's coming out. Jarvis Landry surprisingly hasn't said anything, but Odell Beckham was complaining on the sidelines saying he's not getting the ball. He's not getting the ball. I can't get the ball, even though he got like a fucking 60-yard bomb, whatever. But the fucking complaining's coming out. Still, like you said, the discipline is still shitty on this team. There's no discipline whatsoever on the defensive side of the ball or on the offensive side of the ball, and the Browns
Yep.
are still a fucking shitty team. The only thing they got going for them this year is Nick Chubb. That's it. And he was not really
He
that
was
a
like
lot.
he got like 60 yards. No
Yeah.
touchdowns. Yeah, they shut him down.
So honestly, their season's over. I'd say fuck it. Start just trying to fucking find out what the damn problem is. Go ahead and fire your coach and see if you can get something going.
Please
Because
fire that fucking squid, man.
Freddie
That guy's a
Kitchens is not the
dumbass.
answer, and the Browns are a fucking joke. All
Yep.
this hype, I'm so glad. I have
Yep.
nothing against the Browns, but all this hype was just
The
fucking
players,
unsatisfying
exactly.
that they
Yep.
suck. That's great. Anyway, moving on to your team, the New England Patriots
Yep.
losing a tough fought battle to the Baltimore Ravens, 37-20. Ravens are 6-2. Patriots are 8-1. I'm gonna go ahead
Yep.
and start by
Yeah, go
saying
ahead.
I figured. I didn't call it, but I figured it was gonna be a
I
tough and
wasn't
I could see a loss. I told you
and
because
I agreed 100% with I'm not listen,
that
I
mobile
normally
quarterback,
when
man.
we lose, especially when you lose by 17 points, I normally am like up till 1 in the morning. Can't think, can't sleep. I'm cussing out everything. I was chilling. I didn't have a problem because listen, they have one of the best they have far and away the best run offense in football. They passed it on third down and short a few times. They took a couple shots down the field a few times, and I was not concerned about their pass. But what's crazy is
They have a
they
quarterback.
knew they had a great run game, and they still ran the shit out of it. I am impressed with their run offense. The only thing I'll say about that is this: Patriots run a 3-4. I thought for sure Bill was going to go to a 4-3 for this one game. You know how they can change. And he stayed at 3-4. I'm a little shocked there because a 3-4, three down lineman, and these guys have literally 10 guys blocking in the best run game. I was really shocked, and it bit Bill in the ass. I got to give him a little bit of credit for that there. Offensively, I was actually kind of pleased. I know we only have 20 points, but if you watched the game, when we went to the no huddle, literally the Ravens had no idea what to do with their lives. The second half, we opened up the game in the no huddle, and they had no idea what the fuck to do. Edelman had a fumble that he lost, and they picked up for a touchdown. And all chances that we had of winning the game at the time, we're only down by like 4 points. Yeah, that flipped real quick with a fumble for a touchdown, and we were on their 20-yard line marching down the field. Big plays like that. It wasn't Patriot, you know what I mean? It was we had I think on the first drive there was a special teams offsides penalty that resulted from a field goal to a first down. The next play, Lamar Jackson's in the end zone. Unpatriot like football game. It's annoying in that aspect,
That
but
discipline.
I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned.
Yeah,
I just I
I
know
wouldn't be
I
concerned
I
either.
know some people want to go, oh, Lamar's the MVP and the Patriots are blah blah blah, and this is the first real team they play. And I'm like, look, this is a real team. The Ravens are a great team, but we'll see them in the playoffs if they can make it that far. We'll see if they can get to Gillette. That's all I got to say.
I would not be concerned either. I'm going to go ahead and start. The offense for the Patriots did a really good job, in my opinion, better than they have been against shittier teams. This is a
Yep.
really good team and a really good defense, and they actually did a really good job. The turnovers and the penalties cost them a lot of the game, and they were just
Yep.
playing undisciplined football, which, like
Yep.
you said, that's not the Patriot way, and I
No.
bet Bill Belichick
No.
was fucking
Oh,
pissed.
but he's on their ass as we speak. It is
Still,
11:29, and he's probably on someone's ass right now.
yeah.
It's
He's
great.
he's pissed. But the Patriots I think they did a good job on defense. Or I'm sorry, on offense.
Offense.
Defense,
Yeah.
they got fucking wrecked. Lamar Jackson, I've said it, we've said it. Not a good passing quarterback, not a good
No.
quarterback in general.
He
He's a
can
good
run
running
his
back.
ass off though. Fuck, he can
Mark
run his ass
Ingram,
off.
great running back, and they have some weapons on offense. They have a lot of weapons on offense.
Yep.
But honestly, watching the game and watching the Ravens for 9 weeks now,
Yeah.
these designed runs, I was watching it with the 49ers when they played the Panthers and when they played the Cardinals. Well, it wasn't really much in the Cardinals game, but These designed runs are so articulate and so beautifully designed and
They are.
executed.
It's
It's fucking
impressive.
gorgeous. It's a work of art,
Yep.
really. The 49ers have it and the Ravens have it. A
Yep.
lot of these plays you would think are read options, but most of them
They're
are
not.
designed
They're
runs for Lamar
designed.
Jackson.
Yep.
And it's great. And Lamar Jackson's a great running quarterback. He's a great tall running back, not a quarterback, running back, and he does a really good job at it. I
Yep.
give him complete credit. He's not a fucking MVP right now, nowhere fucking near it.
Yeah. People
But
need to calm down there.
yeah, the Ravens are a really good team on offense, and you have to stop the run. As soon as you stop the run, the Ravens are shit. It's
Yep.
stopping the run is the problem, just like the 49ers. However, the 49ers, I think, have a better quarterback than the Ravens,
Yep.
but that's besides the point. But I did think they would give the Patriots trouble just because Lamar Jackson is a mobile quarterback for some
Yeah.
reason. Bill Belichick struggles against mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just something that's how you beat him on a
Just.
consistent
Yep.
basis. It's
Yep.
just,
You're right.
everybody's got their kryptonite, and for Bill, it's a mobile quarterback.
Yep.
But something good came out of the Patriots, and it was their offense. So
Yeah, I was about to say
look forward.
I was very pleased with the offense. If you didn't watch the game, then you're gonna think we're crazy, but
Yeah.
we'll see. They got a bye week too. If you're gonna lose a game, hey, lose it, go to the bye week, regroup, come back better.
Oh yeah.
That's all okay. So
Yeah.
let's move on.
Moving on to the Monday night football game, we had the Dallas Cowboys beating the New York Giants 37-18. Giants are 2-7,
Yep.
Cowboys 5-3, and poor Saquon Barkley did not do a damn thing on the fucking ground.
He didn't. They shut his shit down. Well, look,
They
so
fucked him up.
they should be. The Cowboys should have one of the best defenses in football,
Oh
even
yeah,
though it's kind
no
of
doubt.
playing average. So shutting him down isn't too surprising. Putting up 37 points in that Giants defense certainly isn't surprising. But this is another game. Don't look at the final score. This was a one possession game in the fourth quarter, and the Cowboys ended up taking over in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
This was a very well competitive game. Hell, the first play of the game for the Cowboys was an interception. So, I mean, shockingly, I didn't think the Giants had it in them to make any sort of defensive play, but they did. It was a competitive game, so the Giants, they need to play 4 quarters of football. Every game they lose, I think it's the same thing. I think against the Lions, they had the same thing. They had a shitty fourth quarter and a tie game, and they ended up losing that one. So if they can play 4 quarters, they might be okay. I'm starting to those 2 games by Daniel Jones were great. I don't think he did necessarily terrible in this game against
Missed
that
a lot of throws.
defense, but he missed a lot of opportunities. He's a rookie. I guess, time will
He'll
tell,
be all right.
but I'm a little disappointed in his recent play, with the exception of the Lions game. So,
Granted, he was going up against a good defense. I mean,
yeah,
so
not
the
bad.
Cowboys, I expected them to score 37 points, and I expected them to hold the Giants to what they did. It was a really good game by them, and they did what I hoped they would do and what
Yeah,
their talent on their roster should be.
yeah,
Uh, Dak Prescott had a really good game. He's a really good quarterback when you need him to just score. I wouldn't say he's
yeah.
great in the clutch. He's just like Tony Romo, honestly. He does his job, gets the job done. Winning games, that's not his forte, but he'll get the fucking ball down the field and score. Ezekiel Elliott, all you have to do is just fucking hand the ball off, and a kindergartner can do it, and Ezekiel Elliott did it behind that
And just
line.
run straight
Yeah, and the
blindly and
defense
go
did
find
shut
yards.
down Saquon Barkley and the running game. Fucking shut them down completely. And
Yep.
that's how you have to beat the Giants. That and score points, which is not very hard to do. So I was kind of shocked though. Saquon didn't have a really good game. He did have 67 receiving yards, and one was like a fucking 50-yard screen pass.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, Daniel Jones was the difference, or was the reason they didn't really do well on offense. He missed a lot of key throws. He's a young quarterback going up against what should be a really good defense, and he missed a lot of key throws and
Yep.
missed some opportunities and saw some open receivers a little too late. However, Golden Tate made a damn good catch on the fucking sideline,
Oh
one hand. Did you see
God,
that shit?
that was
That was
fucking
a
beautiful.
really good catch and a dime, also by
It was.
Danny Dimes. Good throw. But yeah, so I expected that to be the outcome. Cowboys winning it, and it should be with that talent on their team.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our second topic. We got Week 10 football Thursday night, 8:20 p.m. on Fox, NFL Network, or Prime Video. The Los Angeles Chargers, who are 4-5, are traveling to Oakland to face the 4-4 Raiders. The Chargers have won 3 straight against the Raiders. Who do you think's going to win this one, and why? Question mark.
Well, I know they're in Oakland or Las Vegas or Los Angeles or some fucking place out west. I don't know where any of these teams play anymore. I know they're playing at the Raiders' house or home or whatever you want to call it. I have no idea. Are they the Los Angeles Raiders?
It's
Or
the Oakland Raiders.
They're still Oakland?
Yep.
Oh fuck. See, I'm so confused. Anyway, they're playing in Raiders, right? You got John Gruden, they're 500 again. But you said it just when we were talking about the Chargers, they're 4-5 now. On paper, it's not unreasonable for me to say the Chargers can win out. It really is not. The talent they have on paper, hell, they did it last year. They went on like an 8-game winning streak last
They
year.
did.
They made the playoffs, won a game.
Made it tough against the
So
Chargers.
it's not unrealistic for them to win out. And I think they should be a better team than the Raiders. And I think they're going to start winning games here. So I'm going to go Chargers for that reason.
I completely agree. Last game, when they played just now against the Packers, I think that showed a lot from their defensive side of the ball and their offensive side of the ball and the coaching strategy.
Anthony Lynn coming around.
Yep, I think that could be a turning point. I'm not going to say it is, but it could be. They got the run game going. Phillip Rivers showed up and has 2 really damn good receivers, and they're going to torch Oakland. They should torch Oakland's defense, because it's non-existent. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but the Raiders, I think, could possibly struggle against the Chargers defense. I don't know. If Josh Jacobs does not run the ball well, they're fucked. I mean, they've got to control the clock and not let the Chargers have the ball too long.
I say that, but Derek Carr's having a damn good year. He's got the best completion percentage in football right now. He is being a very smart quarterback this year.
He is. I'm just saying, if they let Phillip Rivers have that ball for too long, oh dear God, they're gonna have to control the clock, because I think the Chargers are gonna torch that fucking defense.
Think so? They should. We'll see.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
It's Thursday night. A lot of teams, you can't really prepare. You have like 2 days to fucking prepare. You don't really get the full.
It could be very sloppy. I'm going to say this since we're talking about it. Thursday night games, with the exception maybe 1 or 2, have been really damn good. This is the best year of Thursday night football I think we've ever had.
Oh,
every other game is outstanding.
49ers and
Cardinals.
The Cardinals. That was
game.
One of the better Thursday night football games I've ever seen.
Go back to the first game, the Bears-Packers. That was a good game. I think the Packers also played the Eagles on a Thursday night game. That was good.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots killed the Giants or something like that. And then you had, I think the Vikings game was kind of, and then you had the Cardinals game again. It's pretty good. This could be one of those close, crazy games.
Could be. Hopefully.
Also, there was a cat on the field of the Cowboys game. We didn't talk about that, but I wanted to say that was pretty precious.
You see, they made a football life.
They
about
did
that.
a football
that was funny
life.
as fuck.
It was hilarious.
They did the damn good. Whoever made that, I'm not 100% sure. Sorry,
it was
I
the
can't
NFL.
really get the name.
It was the NFL, I think. Either that or like the check
somebody.
Down. Yeah,
the check down. That's what it was. They did a really good job on that. That was fucking phenomenal. Really good. I like that. But yeah, so a lot of news happening. People getting hurt, sadly, and then the cat on the field, and a bunch of upsets this week. I don't know. We'll see what happens Thursday night, and then we're going to give our predictions about Week 10 and see what happens there. A lot of good matchups in Week 10. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tune in a couple days, and we have episode 33 coming out with our predictions of Week 10, our Thursday Night Football recap. Nick, do you have anything?
No. Just like and subscribe, share with the family and friends. That's it.
Cool deal. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you later.